Another one.
Another one. Wow. As
We are-
the great poet DJ Khaled once said.
Tonight we are cooking out of Good Things by Samin Nosrat. Should we go through what first looks are?
Yeah.
What's the first look, Bryn?
What's the first look? Oh, now I have to think about it again. There are 3 rules to a first look. 1, we both read the book cover to cover. 2, we cook a few dishes. 3, we tell you what we think about it. Is that right?
It. Initial impressions. Yes.
Sick.
We are making 3 recipes out of Good Things. We're doing the sakanjabin.
I don't speak Farsi, but that sounds right to me.
Maybe. Sorry if we're mispronouncing it. Sweet and sour mint shrub. We're doing the chicken thigh schnitzel. One of the variations that she has for the schnitzel is to serve it with the chicories Caesar with focaccia croutons.
Which itself is a variation on the Caesar dressing. There's like 3 use cases recommended. We don't really love chicories, so we decided to go with the spicy gem Caesar with golden panko.
Yes.
Which sounds a little more interesting and up our alley.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Fried chicken Caesar. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get cooking. I'm going to get started on the drink.
The one challenge is that these recipes are super fussy.
Yeah.
I did a little prep and I'm already annoyed. I don't think it's restaurant fussy. I think it's just like inefficient fussy, if that makes sense. So instead of giving like a rough measurement for how many mint leaves, like some number of cups, we could have cups packed, you could have cups loose, you could have a number of grams, that'd be amazing. Because you count 48 mint leaves. I'm going to help you with this drink.
Oh, why?
Because you need to count 48 mint leaves.
No, you need to count 3/4 of them for the first one and hold the rest.
Okay, so 36 mint leaves and then 12 more.
They don't go in right away.
This could have been a loose cup. This could have been a few grams. Are the small leaves whole leaf? Like, do they count or are they something else? I genuinely don't think it matters, but it's annoying that it's there. Fuck, I lost my place. Start over.
I do wish she used more grams in this book, considering that she is a trained chef. You'd think that she would try to go grams, but she really just sticks to like cups and specific quantities of mint leaves.
You've got quite a ways until you need this again. Do you want me to move on?
Yeah, go for it.
Boil uncovered for 10 minutes to dissolve the sugar and reduce the volume a bit. Okay, Fava's Caesar. This is the Aquafaba Caesar. I love that she actually named it without just a list of ingredients. Like Aquafaba Caesar is not compelling, which is like the first point she makes in the prose, in the head note. Fava's Caesar, named after her dog, is a bit more fun. I think that's good. I'm so sick of a list of ingredients as a title. 3rd cup, Aquafaba. So this is quite a steppy version of an immersion blender dressing. She has you build the Aquafaba vinegar and mustard and then stream neutral oil in, which you really don't need to do with an immersion blender. You can just like start everything in there and then pull up and it will basically like completely gel it. Then in a separate container, you just switch over to pureeing lemon juice, parm, anchovies, garlic, Worcestershire sauce, and salt. You could easily have just started there and then added the next step in and then worked in the same container. But it asks you to like blitz that in gradually, which I don't think really makes sense. If you had all that lemon juice, you would have an easier time preventing it from splitting. I don't really understand why it's like that. We have 1/3 cup of Aquafaba. She says she's using Aquafaba not because she's like trying to make it vegan or anything like that, but because, well, obviously there's anchovies in it, but because breaking an egg like and separating the yolk just feels like too much instead of like opening a can of chickpeas. I don't quite get that. What's the phrasing? But in practice, having to start with an egg yolk discourages me from making this dressing as often as I'd like, which is basically all the time. I don't understand that. She never goes any further, just like it prevented me from doing it. Like, but why? 1.5 teaspoons white wine vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon Dijon mustard, 3/4 cup neutral. God, I fucking hate volume measurement. I'm in such a bad mood already. Like, I think it's because I like salt, fat, acid, heat so much, and having read through this, I'm just like not into it at all.
So that's gotta come up to a boil. We have a second. So Samin Nosrat. Most people know her from her work with Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. Her first big book. It was a real success. In 2017, this came out.
Made a big dent for me too. Like the salting, where she says salt to the zing, that was hugely formative for the way that I think about cooking. And actually the same was true for the fat, where she talks about using it as part of the vessel that you're cooking in. Like it is the surface, it is the conveyance for heat. That really changed how I think about using fat in cooking.
Yeah.
So this was huge for me.
This is a great resource book. We recommend this book as a resource book all the time. It just talks about like these 4 elements to cooking, and if you can understand how salt, fat, acid, and heat play in the foods that you're making. It unlocks the possibilities for you to make basically anything. She got a TV series out of it. She was doing a bunch of other stuff after this book came out because it was such a huge success. She talks about a lot of her background in salt, fat, acid, heat, where she was going to school for writing. She went to Chez Panisse, fell in love with the food, asked if she could get a job bussing tables, and then worked her way up from being a busser to then in the kitchen, and then kind of bounced around to like Italy and started traveling to eat food and came out with salt, fat, acid, heat. And that's how we got to where we are today. Good Things, we were very excited about when we first saw it. Didn't do a lot of research before we bought it because we were like, it's going to be good. Started reading through it and very quickly realized this is a very different book from Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. In the intro to Good Things, she talks about her neighbor's daughter and how her neighbor's daughter has a cigar box full of her treasures, like coins, seashells, sand dollars, notes, geodes that are uncracked, like just like what you would expect a kid to have in a cigar box. It's just a jumble of things, but they're very important to her. And she likes to walk Samin through all of these important things in her life. And so then Samin goes and says that Good Things is her cigar box. So they're very important everyday tips and tricks and recipes that she uses, just her favorite things.
This is a big cigar box. This is a cigar crate. There is very little limitation. It appears that the success of Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat has worked against her in a way that we see many creative projects that are successful work against their creators for later projects. It doesn't seem like she had any boundaries. So going into it, we both felt like it was like a little all over the place, but it felt like intentionally, like, here's just some nice things that I like.
Yeah,
right.
Here's some good things. Like a kid's cigar box. Like okay, I was like, I get it. You like just have a bunch of stuff.
It seemed very positive from the jump.
Right.
However,
and then you start reading.
If you read the prose, I think it's trying to present as happy. It feels deeply sad.
It is, yeah.
This is a real bummer of a book, and it puts, she says, what's the phrasing? Recipes and rituals to share with people you love. I think recipes is a passenger to this other part of it, which is okay, but it really feels like she talks about going through depression, losing people, the pandemic, all these things, and talks about it as if it's in the past tense, but it really reads as someone who's like
going through it.
Still going through it.
Yeah. She said she became clinically depressed in the book. And so she's trying to find happiness again and joy and figure out what that looks like for her outside of producing and like making things.
It sounds like she doesn't like cooking. It sounds like she likes being around people, and cooking is an excuse to do that. And so this all is framed with this lens that feels like counter to what the book is trying to be.
Right. And counter to what you assume of Samin in her previous works, Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. She talks about food as like, it's like jazz.
She says it so often that I was like annoyed by it in the first book. That was like my biggest gripe.
Food is like jazz, and you should be able to like have fun and play around with it and not be restricted by so many rules. And then she gets into Good Things, and it's like
everything should be sacred and holy, and you have to put so much emotional weight on everything you make, and if it's not perfect, I would make toast, and like all these things that just feel counter to everything she was saying in the first one.
So it does seem like she's trying to figure out what happiness looks like for her in the kitchen again, but it doesn't feel like in this book she's nailed that yet.
The problem with recipes, like,
oh yes,
have you even met me? I hate recipes. And then she decides that she wants to share a slaw recipe with people. Sure, great. But then this is the thing that like drives me nuts. This is the level of like emotional weight she puts on everything. Language simply isn't expansive enough to capture the essence of a practice as corporeal or sensory, not to mention brimming with as much history, tradition, memory, and nostalgia as cooking. The value of any one dish is so much more than one list of ingredients and another of numbered steps. This is why you must trust yourself, your own judgment, and your own senses over anything anyone, including me, might instruct. After all, you're the one who's going to have to eat that darn thing. But like, the last part is counter to the first part. And that's where I'm like, okay, you don't have to put so much weight on everything. No one's making you do that. It can just be chill at a Caesar dressing, and like you could throw it together without having a bunch of steps, making it a whole load. So that's where I'm like, okay, why are these things so contrasting throughout?
Right.
And it really feels just like stressful chaos.
It does feel a little bit like stressful chaos.
It's not jazz anymore, it's discord.
We're a little anxious doing this first look because we want to like it, but we kind of both know that this is probably not it for us. But we'll see. We'll see. We're going to do this night. We're going to see how it goes.
We're not going to do a full review of this.
I don't think we're going to
Already,
do a
that's
full
very clear.
review, but maybe you'll find something that you're interested in learning out of this book and it'll be for you. So
She wants me to slice the garlic.
1 cup plus 2 tablespoons.
Love it.
I know you did it in grams.
Even Samin can't get away with weight measurements somehow. I'm going to eyeball it. I'm already over the measurements.
I mean, that's what she wants from you. Maybe
Right,
that's
in
the
theory.
purpose.
She goes for 8 anchovy fillets, which is maybe the most anchovy Caesar I've ever had.
Yeah, that's a lot of anchovies.
For the
How
amount,
many do you usually do?
Well, it depends on the amount of dressing, right? But for this, I think it's like a cup and a half, 2 cups. Makes a scant 1.5 cups. For that, I would usually use like 2, maybe 3. Well, I'm just using what I got because I don't think I have 8. I think I have like 6.
Time to add the vinegar.
I don't know why she's trying to make stuff stream in. This could have all been so much simpler. That's the biggest bummer. It's like this could be light and flowy. Maybe if these are the kinds of recipes she's working with, that's why they're so stressful for her.
Maybe.
I'm not trying to diagnose anyone. I'm not trying to kick her while she's down or anything like that. It just feels so effortful. Even the little stuff. Very fishy, but it's not like overwhelming. It's pretty fucking fishy, actually.
With the chicken and everything.
That aftertaste is all fish.
That explains why her dog ate it.
Yeah, right?
She talks about in the head note in Fava Caesar how she like dropped a piece of salad on the floor and Fava ate it really quickly. And my guess is because there's so much anchovy.
There is also garlic in here, so not ideal. But, you know, sure.
A little garlic never killed a dog. Just kidding.
Fry.
Don't feed your dogs garlic.
Okay, that dressing's done. I'm going to put it in the fridge because I think cold Caesar is infinitely better than warm Caesar.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What are you doing? Why are you trying to bite my finger?
So we've got some panko right here that is going to be browned for our essentially croutons on the salad. And then we have a little bit more that is going to be rolled with a rolling pin to decrease the particle size.
Yep, that makes sense. For the schnitzel.
For the schnitzel. Use a rolling pin to grind the crumbs to a slightly finer consistency is all it says.
Cool. That's probably good then.
Can I have a full-size sheet, please? This is going to be my dirty salt cup so that I can season it as I go. We don't need to go super thin. She's saying 3/8 of an inch. Parts of this are a little over half, so we'll just want to bring it in a little bit.
So usually, I would tell you how many recipes are in this book. This book is a little more difficult to do that with because even in her introduction where she's talking about pantry staples that she likes to have on hand, she's got recipes for like a vanilla extract. So it's like, is that a recipe? Do we include that as recipes? I'm just going to tell you what is in her cigar box and give you like 3 examples of each section in this book. So the first one that she talks about is good things come in small packages. And that is condiments and toppings. And like specifically, she talks about it being like flourishes that she adds on top of like weekly dishes. Some examples that she gives. The garlic and herb lebna, crispy fried shallots in this section, and a Calabrian chili crisp. She's also got cardamom ghee in here. This is like extra stuff.
It's like zhuzhing up like basic.
The next section that she has is good things to welcome others. She calls these small gestures of hospitality so that she can spend less time in the kitchen and more time entertaining. Some examples of this are warm Castelvetrano olives, miso and lebna onion dip, creme fraiche deviled eggs. So our drink is in this section too. The next section that she covers is good things come in 3s. And she's talking about, she's got 7 dressings that she goes to. She's got a house dressing in here and she's got like 3 ways to make and use that house dressing. Creamy lemon miso dressing and 3 ways to use it. Our Fava Caesar is in this section. Okay, then she's got another one called Good Things Come to Those Who Wait. This is where she's talking about seasonal produce, and this is a very loose format. So she's covering spring, summer, fall, winter.
The seasons.
And then if that vegetable is best boiled, roasted, or sauteed. Yeah, she's got some flow charts in here that might be they weren't really helpful for us, but maybe they'll be helpful for you. It feels like she's taking a lot of ideas from a lot of other authors and shoving them into this book too.
Like we've seen a lot of like flowcharty stuff recently. Like Start Here has it. Benjamin Delwish's book, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Sorry, it's like baking math or something like that. We're seeing a lot of those. I find them all basically useless. My eyes just glaze over. Even like when I like learn what they have to say, I'm like, this is not a good way to share this information. It's like a cute bit for maybe selling a book, but it's not useful in practice at all.
And you'll never remember it. So maybe it's nice to have that as like a callback. I don't know. We've never used them. Another section, there's a lot in this book. Another one is finger licking good things, and that's just all about chicken. She covers how to use a whole bird, how to use bone-in, and how to use boneless chicken in this chapter.
And they're all basically the same.
Like our chicken thigh schnitzel is in this section as the boneless, you know. She does have a chili crisp chicken salad in this section.
That was one that we were debating doing, but required like more process.
Yeah.
Actually, this one also wants you to make a Calabrian chili spread, which means you have to like pickle chilies and everything. It was quite a laborious process. So we just used an off-the-shelf Calabrian chili spread, which was her recommended alt.
Yeah.
In the very front of the book. The alts are not in the recipes. They're in like the very front of the book. Like when I use this, I mean, you can use this as well.
Good things are better shared. These are just dishes that she cooks for other people. Pane criminale is that one actually
it's
looks
just garlic
pretty good,
bread
but it's
from-
garlic bread.
Yeah.
Cuckoo copita is one that we have marked as like could be potentially good.
It's like cuckoo sabzi meets like spanakopita.
And she's got meatballs in here too. 2 more sections. Good things take time. This is yeasted bread and waffles. She's got a focaccia in here. She's got some dinner rolls. She's got some flatbreads. And then waffles, obviously. And the last one is all good things come to an end. That is desserts. She's got an icebox cake in here that looks pretty good, a yellow cake that looks okay, and a preserved Meyer and Legna cake that looks pretty decent, actually. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff jammed into one big book, and it's a little bit overwhelming.
I love that every category has 2 titles because they wanted to make a cute title and then had to like actually explain what it did.
Yeah.
Like I think that was the longest chapter explainer we've ever done because how the fuck do you explain this?
Usually a book will divide it up into like
Type
starters,
of meal or type
mains,
of protein or whatever, yeah.
sides.
And she's doing that. She just doesn't want to say it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's frustrating.
Well, I think she's trying to add the ritual aspect of it into even her titles for her sections.
After 2 days just like reading and thinking about this book, I'm just so drained.
It's just a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
I'm sure some people are going to love it, but from my perspective, I think this is like messy in a not helpful way. Like if it was like a positive messy, like, okay, Cooking's jazz, like let's get loosey-goosey. But some of the decisions made where it's like super detailed kind of counteract that. I think it just needs to be one thing or the other, and it's too chaotic right now. And it's like at its own throat in a way. The level of detail that goes into some of these doesn't make it feel loosey-goosey. The amount of emotional weight put on it in the head notes and the prose makes it feel not loosey-goosey. Like it's just, what do you want this thing to be? Because you can't have it both ways. Apparently she can, but I don't think the outcome is positive.
She also talks about how it's curated.
Yeah, that's not what curated
How
means.
she says that this is
If
a
you
very
pick everything,
carefully
that's not
curated
curation.
book, and I'm like, it doesn't feel carefully curated.
Curation means selecting down. This is
feels
just
like You
everything.
just took everything and put
And
it
like
in.
a cigar box is not curated. It's whatever sparkly thing I found. You know what I mean?
So the cigar box analogy works for this,
Does it?
but saying that it's curated doesn't work for this. So there's a lot of contradiction in this book. That's
Yes.
again, it's overwhelming. I'm gonna get some sparkly water.
Sir, do you want to try this? We're checking for the spice level. I think it's pretty mild. I just want to make sure that it's good for you.
Oh
That's spicy?
no, it's just fish.
Oh, yeah.
I think the spice level's good though. We throw in some cucumber. I'm just gonna eyeball 2 tablespoons. Got a little extra mint that we can garnish with.
pretty well coated. I'm just gonna leave it in the bowl, I think. I don't think this was enough lettuce, even though we used 2 containers of
Oh,
Royal
really?
Gems, yeah. Because like we're gonna have a ton of this left and a ton of the dressing left. We used maybe a quarter.
You ready for this chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Now, she did not recommend this combo. So if we die of panko poisoning because we had too much, that's not her fault.
If we die of panko poisoning.
Panko overload. Panko. Spa water.
Very refreshing. I really like the cucumber in it, but cucumber and water is always really good. Cucumber, mint, and water. Can you go wrong?
The sweetness doesn't bother me. This is right on the cusp of Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite Caesar to me, but it's like close. All I'm getting really is anchovies and heat, which is not the worst combo.
I don't get any anchovy. I feel like it all got lost. It could be the amount of chicken that I ate, but
Yeah.
a lot of parm.
Little lemon right on the front.
Slightly spicy. I think with the schnitzel, it's real tasty.
Fried chicken
Fried chicken and
awesome,
salad.
and with salad.
Also awesome. Yeah.
The main flavor of the Caesar, though, to me, is just fish. Taste that. Just
Well,
directly.
no, I know this. I know that the sauce itself tastes fishy because I remember tasting it, but like, I think it kind of gets lost in the salad.
Yeah, I'm still getting big hits of anchovy when I chew it out.
I think smash on the drink, smash on the salad.
I think it needs a lot more acid, and the aquafaba is fine. Like, it doesn't change that much for it. But I think the biggest thing for me is like it has too much fish and not enough lemon. It's very much like New American to me. Like I'm just like very unsurprised. It's like good, but it's like fine.
It is very New American.
I think the dressing is where I'm underwhelmed, but the rest is fine. You know what I mean?
I don't think we're going to do a review of this one.
Yeah.
But just because we don't like it doesn't mean that you
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
Or comment and tell us we're wrong because you like it.
Yeah.
Both of those can be true.
maybe there are some things in here that you heard that you really thought sounded great, and that's awesome.
And maybe you love the writing of it too. Like the meaning is an intersection of like the worldview of the author and the worldview of the reader.
Mm-hmm.
And our worldview doesn't account for this level of like emotional exertion and emotional weight put on food. Food to us is something to be excited about and to have fun with.
Mm-hmm.
That can be heavy, but most of the time it's light.
Yeah.
My worldview of food is like, it's so much brighter and funner and like looser.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she comes in very heavy and like this has to be holy and like
Sacred
and ritualistic, like that just doesn't connect for me at all.
But if it does for you, then
Great.
you'd probably really get a lot of enjoyment out of this book.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to stop you from enjoying it. All right, so Good Things was not it for us.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to end up doing a full review of
Cooking with
Cooking
vegetables.
by Jesse Jenkins. Yeah, we're really excited about that book. And I feel
Speaking
like
of light and bright and
we'd have a
easy,
lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
We've still got bags that are available.
Our
on our-
little like custom bagu bags. They're standard bagus, which are like great grocery bags. They're basically reinforced versions of like a plastic grocery bag,
Yep.
which is why they're designed the way they are.
Yep.
They look like the classic thank you grocery bags. If you want to support more reviews like this and our bigger reviews, you can support us at $20 a month. We don't turn on ads or anything like that.
It's $20 a year.
$20 a year. Yeah, that's a better deal. Damn.
Not $20 a month.
If you want to support us making reviews, $20 a year, cultplay.com. That helps us keep everything ad-free,
Mm-hmm.
turn off all the monetization, and just make it so it's just for us, for you, for fun.
Just for us, for you, for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. That's great.
That's our new tagline.
Go check out our community too, cultflave.com. We've got a lot of people asking questions over there, having a good
Posting their
time.
own shit.
Posting their
doing
own stuff.
experiments on making liqueurs with locally foraged Utah produce.
I think that's it. Have a good week. We'll see you
At the next review.
at the next review. Yeah.